Again, my name is Tim Greer. I'm the Senior Technical Trainer with Rinnai, America. And we want to, right now, what we're going to do is talk about one of our longest running products in America is our direct vent furnace. I do want to kind of keep this a little bit loose, and I may ask you guys if you want to come up and join me. I may ask for volunteers. I've got some of my co-workers back here keeping me on a very strict diet of how many times I say y'all. I'm sure that my southern accent is as much as I'm turning it off, it's probably still bleeding through just a little bit. So, so bear with me here. If we need any translation, I'll try to do that as well. So a little bit about Rinnai, just really quickly, who we are, and I'll just bring all of this up very quickly. We are based in Nagoya, Japan. Rinnai Global has been in existence since the 20s. Rinnai America has been in existence since the 70s. This direct vent product that we're about to show you actually is our longest running product in America. We brought it over in America in the early 80s. It's been in existence in one form or another since the early 70s. So this is one of our longer running products. We are one of the largest gas appliance manufacturers in the world. A lot of people in the States don't really realize how big Rinnai really is. But in Asia and Australia, very big. You can see here we have over 8,000 employees worldwide. It's a pretty big company. So presence in over 43 countries worldwide. Some of the products that we offer in America, you can see here, of course, our tankless water heater is probably one of our biggest products that a lot of people know us for. We've got some of our tankless water heaters here today as well. And you can see some of the others that we offer. Of course, the one that we will be talking about here in a moment is the direct vent furnace. And we do offer condensing hydronic boilers. We've got, I think, one of our kiosks, hydronic furnaces, fireplaces, and even a few commercial-grade cooking products here in the States as well. Let's get into this product now. This is a direct vent furnace, and we'll have it out here in just a moment. I've got one on the wall over here as well. When we say direct vent furnace, it is a vented product. It is not a vent-free product. I know there's a lot of different codes around that say what you can and cannot do for as far as vent-free. When we say direct vent, what we mean is we are getting our fresh air for combustion from the outside. We're bringing it into the product, and we're using that air for the flame. Of course, we have to have oxygen for flame, and then we're moving the exhaust back to the outside. We offer 5 different products in 3 different boxes, if you will, and you can see them right here. The ES38, the 17 and 22 in this package, and the 08 and the 11 in the size that you see here. Some of these products we offer in beige as well as white. Beige is kind of the flagship color for most of these products. The one we'll have out here in a moment is beige, and I've got a white one over here as well. When you see these model numbers, what these model numbers mean in essence is this 2-digit number is just the maximum BTU rating. So the ES38 has a maximum BTU of 38,000. All the way down to the smallest one, the EX08 is 8,000 BTU. These are modulating products. They are modulating heat. They have a 7-stage gas valve, so it's not just an on-off product giving you one stage of heat. And you can see this here with the input range for any of these products, that there is a range of heat. And you can see as well the efficiency ratings in the low 80s, which for a product like this is very good. I want to quickly talk about some of the features and the benefits, and then we'll actually get our hands on the product a little bit. This can be used as a primary whole house heating source. The beauty of this product is if it's sized correctly, you can do that. Or a lot of applications, we say hard to heat applications, meaning that if you have a basement that you're finishing, an addition to a home, things like that, this is a very good product for many different types of applications. Easy control and operation, one-touch ignition. Our thermostat is programmable. The range is between 55 and 95 degrees Fahrenheit. The display does dim to save power during operation. Most of these you can set to Celsius as well as Fahrenheit. We do have setback and frost protection features on most of these products that allows you to, set some efficiency, different efficiency features of the product. We have a maximum temperature setting. If you are a landlord or you are in charge of building management, you can set a max temp limit if you'd like to do that as well. An economy setting. Our standby power is very low. As I mentioned, kind of the heart of the system is this 7-stage intelligent modulating gas and fan control. It modulates up and down. I'm going to get into that here in just a moment. Our air discharge is at the floor, and our louvers are directional, and it's relatively quiet operation. 27 to 47 dB is comparable just to a normal conversation. Gas type is field convertible, approved for use in manufactured homes or mobile homes as well. And we do have a restart function. If the unit were to lose power, when power resumes, it would automatically restart. If there is a high gust of wind or something strange like that that makes the flame go out, it will restart as well when it can. And one of the really unique features of this product is the concentric vent. The vent system is very unique, and we'll have that out here in just a moment. Some of the safety features: we have a range of error codes that, or maintenance codes that will report if there's any sort of safety issue with the operation of the product. We have child lock. We have cool to the touch cabinets. We have a filter inside that if the filter becomes clogged or if it's not cleaned correctly, it will give you a filter indication lamp, and it will also give you an audible beep as well. Sealed heat exchanger. As we mentioned before, it's a direct vent product, so the flame inside the product is not exposed to the environment or the structure at which it is heating. Overheat protection. We have multiple sensors, of course, throughout the product mounted on the heat exchanger to make sure that it's always operating in a safe condition. Both of our fans inside the product, the combustion fan as well as the convection fan, are communicating with the PC board, and the PC board is making sure that those fans are turning at the correct frequency, that we are moving the correct air through the product. There is no standing pilot in the product. It is a direct electronic ignition. And as we mentioned before, there is a power failure protection. If we lose power, the unit will completely shut down, and then after it purges itself, it will try to restart again. Okay, when we talk about sizing, yes, sir. Now, the thermostat or the thermistor, the temperature thermistor, is mounted on the unit. It cannot be moved. It is designed, it's mounted 2 inches from the floor to quickly anticipate and detect heat change. You can move it. It's got 14 additional inches of wire. You can move it higher if you have a lot of cold air conduction. You can't move the actual sensor. Part of your question may also be the actual control panel itself. That is mounted on the product as well. Cannot move that either. So, like any whole house or primary heat source product, we would want this product to be sized by way of a BTU heat loss calculation, which is, if you're in the heating and air business, you know that's just a standard heat loss, industry standard calculation that would be performed. The big one that most people are familiar with is the Manual J that's put out by ACCA. If you are not familiar with it, you can visit acca.org. We do on our website also have a heat loss calculation. If you go to Rinnai's website, and you can navigate through to this location, and you should be able to find it. It's a room-to-room heat loss calculation that we have. I want to throw out a couple of concepts with this product, because I know a lot of people, if you're in the heating and air business, and we say this product is, you'll mount it in a single room, but it will heat multiple rooms. A lot of people wonder, how can it do that? If you're used to duct heating, a lot of people kind of think, how does this work? So let's get a couple of key concepts out there. Number one, you may have heard before, the second law of thermodynamics says that heat will always seek cold. So with a product like this, what's going to happen is the product will attack the heat loss in the main room, and then as heat seeks cold, it will start reaching the outer portions of the structure, and you kind of see our key over here. And because it's a modulating product, the gas valve and the fan modulate, we're not going to overheat this room. As heat starts reaching the outer portions of the structure, The gas valve and the fan work together to modulate up and down as needed to make sure that heat is still reaching the outer portions of the structure without overheating the main room. And you can see that here, that other than right in front of the product, we're not overheating this room. We have a nice even tier of heat throughout the entire structure. So we're staging up and down and up and down. If you think about how a single stage furnace works, or any single stage heating product works, when it turns on, it just dumps heat into the room and then it turns off. And then it turns back on, it dumps heat into the room and it turns off. If you are in the heating and air business, how many people are familiar with outdoor reset? You've heard of outdoor reset, where you're using the outside temperature to set your modulation rate of a modulating product like a boiler or any type of modulating furnace. I always like to say that's great technology. Some of our products have it. This is one step up. This is indoor reset. The thermistor on this product is actually reading the inside environment that it's working in, and it's judging the heat loss that way. So with that being said, let's carry on to the next slide. Variable speed technology. I'm going to continue on this topic of modulating gas valve and modulating technology. As I mentioned, with a single stage furnace, you're on, you're off, you're on, you're off. When this happens, you've got these long periods, or you can have longer periods of not being on at all. So you can get different layers of temperature in the structure. That's called stratification. As you guys likely know, when you size a heating product, you size it to the coldest part of the year. There's an outdoor design temperature when you do a heat loss calculation. So when it's not that cold outside, you don't need all of the heat that a single stage furnace is sized for. So that's what makes it turn on, heat up very quickly, and then turn off again. When you have a product that modulates, you have the ability to continually run, only putting the heat into the structure that you need. This is that type of product. When I first started at Rinnai about 6 years ago, and they said, this is the continuous run theory, and I thought, wait, and it's more efficient. That didn't sound right to me. Okay, it's got to continually run, but yet it's more efficient. But when you look at it in this kind of the sine wave type of graph, hopefully it helps illustrate this, that we're continually running, but we're not dumping large amounts of heat and gas, using gas for that matter too, into the room. It's just continually running, only attacking the heat loss that's escaping the structure. And as it says here, of course, this leads to lower gas usage and higher levels of comfort. So, any questions on that? Yes, sir. It's just lowering the flame on most of these products. On our largest product, it does have 3 different burners it turns on and off on the ES38. On this product, it's just modulating. The gas valve has 7 different stages that it can operate in. The combustion fan also has to operate in 7 stages. Of course, your oxygen and gas ratio, they always have to be together. And then the convection fan, on most of these, the convection fan is operating in 3 different stages. So your gas firing rate is 7 stages, and then the convection fan, the actual amount of air that you're putting into the room, is modulating as well.